be showing you how to make peach pie today. The things you will need will be sugar, all-purpose flour. You'll need 2 store-bought pie crusts. I'm using Jiffy for my top one. Peaches, vanilla extract, ground cinnamon, ground nutmeg, 1 egg, and some butter. Ingredient list will follow. Let's get started. The first thing we're going to make is the filling. First, add your peaches. I have a lot of peaches. Your sugar. Ground nutmeg. Ground cinnamon. I'm going to measure out my vanilla extract here, because I got vanilla extract to add. And now I'm going to mix it up. Once you've mixed that, you're going to slowly sift in your flour, a little bit at a time. I'm not going to add the whole thing yet. I'm going to fold that in. And the flour is what's going to thicken this up. So you have to have this flour. I'm going to add a little bit more. Oh, that's a lot. I'm mixing this in thoroughly, because if I don't, it won't really be a filling. It'll just be juice. Okay, now that I have mixed that in, I'm going to add my butter. And this will finish our filling. Stir it more. Make sure everything has been combined thoroughly. Okay, so I am making the dough for my pie crust. I went ahead and started it so that you didn't have to watch me mix and mix all camera. You're still going to have to watch me mix, but at least it'll be less. Now that I'm done making my pie crust, I am going to take some flour and sprinkle it on the board here. I don't want to make a huge mess. Right over the board. I'm going to take my dough. I'm going to push it onto the board. I'm going to get my rolling pin. And I'm gonna start rolling. I'm hoping that the board won't slide too much while I do this. So I'm gonna try and make it not slide. I'm gonna turn it over so this side can get some of the flour as well. That way it won't stick to the rolling pin or the board. I'm gonna make sure my dough doesn't go off the board. So I'm gonna turn it if needed. And I'm gonna go to all corners with my rolling pin. So it spreads it out evenly. And then I'm gonna take my pie crust. I'm gonna make sure my pie crust is the right size all the way around, which it looks like mine is. So I'm gonna give it one final thing here, just be safe, be on the safe side. And now I'm going to put my filling in my pie crust. Now that that is ready, I'm going to slide that over. I'm going to slide my pie crust over here. I'm going to come over here and get my filling, and I'm going to put my filling in here. Now I'm going to pour my filling in my pie crust. Ooh, look at that go in. Ooh, it's a lot. Look at these little peaches in there. And I'm going to hope that it doesn't go over, because that's a lot of filling. I'm going to take my pie crust here. I'm going to lift it off my board and hope to not stretch it. And I'm going to lift it over my pie. And I'm gonna pinch my edges. Ooh, thought I felt something over there. I'm gonna pinch my edges. And then I'm gonna, once I pinch my edges, like I'm doing now, I'm gonna cut the excess pie dough. I'm gonna cut my excess pie dough off on the sides. So I'm going to get my little knife over here and I'm going to cut my excess pie dough. I don't know if I'm actually cutting that. There we go. So I can go ahead and tear this piece off over here. And I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to put my pie dough over here. I'm going to start cutting this side now. Now I'm going to pinch the edges one more time. Make sure my pie crust is secure on there. And then I'm going to make some little slits called vents in the top of my pie. And these will help bake the pie. I'm gonna make one final little vent right here. And then we're gonna put it in the oven for 50 to 55 minutes. And your oven should be heated to 350 degrees. I'm gonna go ahead and hit bake. Oh, it's already there. I am gonna put my pie in the oven. Oh, but first, one more thing. Before you put it in there, I have a little egg right here. Little egg. I'm gonna take my fork here. I'm gonna beat my egg. I'm gonna get that out of it. Because that will make my egg gross. And I'm gonna beat my egg. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our brush here and we're gonna brush it on the crust. Make sure it cooks properly. So I'm gonna beat my egg. I'm gonna dip my brush in my egg. And I'm gonna brush it on the edges over here. Just like painting. Except for you're only painting the edges. Don't paint the center of the canvas. There we go. Now we can put it in the oven. Oh, it's heavy. Oh, and I'm gonna put it in there. That shuts hard. And I'm gonna put it in there for 50 to 55 minutes. There we go. And then when it bakes, enjoy. Now to take it out. Looks really good. And that's how you make peach pie.